Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We wrapped up the trial last time and reunited with our best assistant, Sazato-san, which was a very nice moment. Though now that we've, examined stuff and, caught up a little, now it's time to, get into the serious business. And also, like, how she's here, why she's here, and all that shit. And also Iris's story as well. When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely. The awful trial? Oh yeah, for the murder of Giselle Brett. Oh, so yeah, I guess, yeah, I was wondering if Sazato had told you about that, and how she had to pretend to be, like, your cousin. Oh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Oh, so I guess Iris knows too. So yeah, I guess they were keeping in touch. Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish women weren't allowed in the courtroom in England! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno? She did look quite dashing and gallant, so, that's fair. Yes, I, suppose so. I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false moustache, maybe. Oh, I mean, that'd be pretty funny. I don't think any moustache could hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris. I mean, yeah, but she's also, like, a doctor, so, right? Yeah, she got a degree in medicine. She can get a law degree in like 2 years, maybe a year and a half. She could do it. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Miss Sazato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikoto summoned you back to Japan. Why did he feel the need to be a wheezy little liar dude? You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Wait. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess the last case is kind of shoved into the timeline now, isn't it? Even though it didn't exist in the last game. But yeah, the collar or whatever. The collar with the bee. That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet. Oh. Well, why does he care about the fucking dog collar with the bee on it? Why would that be, then? Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. Damn, that's a long time to study. What was he studying? Quantum physics? I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. Yeah, potentially. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets. Yeah, fuck secrets. Truth is where it's at. You got trust in your fellow man. Oh, Susie. That's a very meaningful look Sazato-san's giving Iris there. Well, that had to wait a minute. I want to hear about this fucking forensic science symposium, and why wasn't Emma Sky invited? Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium, too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries around the world would attend. Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku, he's been invited. Those two Japanese dudes have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe. Oh, so I guess we're going to be running into Mr. Makotoba and Judge Jigoku, perhaps. That should be fun. Well, Professor Makotoba is a leading expert in forensic medicine, not science, in our country, after all. Makes sense he would get invited. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say? Yes, His Excellency, Judge Shishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten. I don't know, man. The old memory's not what it used to be. But no, seriously, obviously, I remember him, and Ryunosuke should remember him too. That terrible trial of yours, when you were accused of murder. Yeah. I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial. So it was. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life. I mean, that's fair. It's like bad memories, you know? Oh, well, anyway, you're gonna see him. As Father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but... well, I couldn't wait. Oh, damn, so he's not... oh. So he's not here already. Yeah, that's disappointing. So I had pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going on ahead. Yeah. Yes, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. Yeah, bro, he fucking lectured me for like 4 hours, or some shit. I fucking whited out like I was in fucking Pokemon, because he wouldn't shut up about how great forensic science was, and all the different arguments to justify it. It's obviously very important. As I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General. Dude, he's already like Supreme Court God Epic based tier justice man. Is being Attorney General really that much of a step above? The most senior position in the British justice system. I mean, I guess, but if I could be chosen, if you called me like Attorney General Strongheart or Lord Chief Justice Strongheart, I'd prefer Lord Chief Justice Strongheart myself. He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition. Cool, I guess. I mean, he does seem to not like crime, but I don't know, he's a little scary himself, if I'm being honest. Does Professor Makotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? I mean, presumably. Unless Lord Strongheart's just, like, gone in all the magazines, telling everyone about how he wants to be Attorney General. Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. Yeah, see? Ryunosuke remembers. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it. Damn. roast this man and his passion for forensic science. How trying for you. I mean, the dude had like 11 arguments and like 230 sub-arguments. I couldn't just fucking... are you telling me you would have listened to all that, Cesato? Yeah, Giselle Brett, she died. And also she framed me for murder, so as far as I'm concerned, good riddance. Am I right, fellas? Giselle Brett. The bane of my existence. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live. Mainly because it's a pretty weird name, but also the framing for murder thing kind of soiled the relationship, you know. The extraordinary thing is, though, that bitch died. It was epic. It seems it's a name we should all forget. What's that supposed to mean? Sorry? Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist. Are you saying she was an illusion? Some kind of phantom? I don't know about that, Chief. Didn't exist? But how can that be? I saw her dumb face a bunch. It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin. Her first name, first name Shin, last name Bone. And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front. What do you mean that was a front? Are you saying, weren't you working under Makotoba? Did he know that was a front? A front? Who on earth was she then? Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. A. Shin. That's a bit strange. Considering she wasn't very fond of the Japanese, am I right? Nobody knows why, or even how, she came to be in Japan. Well, that's kind of weird. Maybe she really is a maybe she really is a phantom. It's a complete mystery. But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. I mean, I know, you know, we, the Japanese, have kind of, you know, simping for the English, but, you know, you still gotta do the work. What could the woman have been up to? I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is she's fucking dead. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just feel the need to keep reiterating that because she definitely had it coming, and she was not a very nice person, as we are all aware. Is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand. And now she's been killed. So I guess we'll never know. Is what I bet he's gonna say. Well, all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered. Okay, well, it's a general sentiment, at least. I'm afraid so. A. Shin? Who on earth was she? Was she some sort of... oh, I don't know. A woman named A. Shin who literally doesn't like the Japanese. That's It's a bit peculiar. And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Wait. God damn it. Looky me. Dumb, silly me. Dumb boy me. I forgot. Well, not more like I forgot, but the big mystery from the last game slipped my memory. Where we have heard A Shin before. In the fucking music box discs at the end, you know, when they did the Japanese Morse code. There was like 4 people's names on it. There was Kazuma, there was Grexus, there was A Shin, and there was Makodama? Fuck, I don't remember the 4th name. But I do remember A Shin. He was on there in the secret government secrets that were leaked and stuff. So that's pretty curious. And perhaps even a bit strange. No, but anyway. What about Kazuma? You had some news about Kazuma? How's he hanging, you know, besides being dead and all? After my friend Ray's trial... Yeah? The reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange. Hey look, it's good old Mini Mimo-san. He's a cool... I mean, he killed Giselle Brett, so he's an alright fella in my book. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on, in that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on that steamship, and that he'll never... And that's when fucking Judge Jokoko fucking suplexed him through the fucking roof, through the ground. Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama. And what did you learn? After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there. Should have been? Well, it turns out his body never arrived. Huh. See, I knew it was something like that. I didn't remember if he had said that before, but yeah, I knew it was something along those lines. It just disappeared. Well, that's fucking sussy. Like, well, where'd his body go? The dude fucking got up and walked out. And... What? Kazuma's body vanished? Our government tried to cover that fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Yeah, that's where we saw Susato at the beginning of the game. But it turns out that was just a fucking lie. Except... Kazuma-sama isn't there. Did Professor Makodama know about this? See, again, personally, I think he's a little strange. Like, he seems like a chill dude, but he's got all this, like, secret shit surrounding him, and it makes him come off as pretty suspicious. Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak. I just don't believe it. What is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? The Kazuma mystery. Well, yeah, now I want to hear more about this. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Bureau were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, We never saw his body again, did we? No, I don't suppose we did, now that you mention it. What does that mean? Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive? Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Just thinking about the possibility pains me. So very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? Yeah, that he was. And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly. Ah, you're right. So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. Sholmes wouldn't lie to us like that. He's a good, upstanding fella. And a great detective. He wouldn't just... Come on. But there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing. I suppose that's true, yes. Yeah, he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true, I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm sorry. Oh. Hey, it's okay. It's gonna be okay, Susato. I'm terrified of what that might do to me. Oh, Miss Susato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about, after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to just, unnecessarily upset her. But it is, well, again, curious is probably the word for it. In regards to what might have happened to his body. Unless someone stole it, you know? Like along the way it got interrupted somehow, and, someone took it for whatever reason. Which would be a problem in of itself, but, you know. Anyway, Iris, sorry to keep you just, waiting while we, discussed all of our shit. Let's confab. Yo, Hound of the Baskervilles. How'd you know about that shit, Susato? We need to know, and we need to know right goddamn now. Yeah. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hound of the Baskervilles." What? Why would your dumb dad have the Hound of the Baskervilles in one of his boxes? My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and... Susato, what are you doing? I know he doesn't talk like that, but I never had a very clear vision for his voice anyway. I know I had the voice in the first case he appears in. Then I came up with like a different voice, you know, the second time. But I don't even remember that voice that well. So I don't know. Oh, Father, did you look at those papers? No, I simply read the label. That's all. Jeez, you gonna fucking shoot her? Like, what if you did fucking look at the papers? Were you gonna, like, fucking slit her throat? Well, put it out of your mind. Sorry. Forget that you ever saw it. And certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand? Jeez. Fucking Professor Makoto, more like Professor fucking, Boo. Professor not very nice man, Bubba. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I don't fucking if I know. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions, and there was no sign of the big box in his office. Any thoughts, Iris? That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still, I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, hey, we appreciate your honesty. Isn't that right, Iris? Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. Yeah, see? We respect, we appreciate, and we admire you. Because, you're epic and cool. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating, if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. Damn, but you just got here. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well. Oh yeah, with the thievery. So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mrs. Otto. I'd expected nothing less, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you are pretty smart and capable, so I suppose I shouldn't have expected anything less. I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Dreber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick. Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic. Yeah, like, makes him sound like some kind of wizard. Then we need to go and arrest him. Well, yeah. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man. It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down, which is a job for the police, or a great detective. Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think. Good idea. Well, best of luck then. Oh, you're not coming to get it today. I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you? Fair enough. That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. Actually, all about that dank kush. But, I think we can, wrap things up here, you know. It's about the time. And, you know, we did all the talking and stuff, so it makes sense to save the investigating for the next episode. Gotta say, it was good to, well, get some new information, a new exposition about all the weird shit that's kind of surrounding us. I mean, you got Aishin, you got Kazuma's body, you got the Hound of the Baskervilles, and that fucking Professor Makotoba, who doesn't come off in the most, in the best of lights, if I'm being honest, considering how secretive and weird he is. But, who knows? Maybe he's a nice guy, and I'm just judging him harshly. But beyond the greater mystery, we got like the trial and the murder shit to sort out as well, so that investigation stuff can happen in the next episode. Until then though, I'll see you around.